Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Brev. Welcome to episode 2 of What Would Brev Do, where we're going to take you inside the mind of a top 50 player and do a full game commentary in ranked seasons. If you missed episode 1, a link is in the description below. Couple things before we get started. I am going to be rolling with the God Squad again. I asked y'all in episode 1 if you would prefer a God Squad or some lesser known cards. It was pretty even, and since I need to be grinding on this account for top 50 this season anyway, we're just going to go ahead and do God Squad gameplay for this episode. But moving forward, I think I am going to try to do some games on the alt account with some lesser known cards because I think it adds to the strategy and is a little more fun to watch. But honestly, today, the Future Stars just came out yesterday, Stage 2 Team Affinity. I've been doing nothing but grinding Showdown for the past day, and I got kind of sick of it, so I decided to hop into Ranked for a bit and do one of these for y'all. So we're going to play a game of Ranked Seasons. I think we're going to pitch with Oswald or Feller, whoever has full energy, because those are the prestiges we're working towards. If you missed it in the first episode, I'm pretty much just trying to do all the prestiges that I can because I'm a completionist and it sounds like fun. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up though. I'm only like halfway done with the guys from the first inning program, and the third inning program's about to drop in a week, so I don't know. I might have to give up on this quest I'm on, but we'll see. For now, we'll just keep the lineup the same. Again, if we notice we're the away team, we're going to scroll up. I guess we're pitching with Feller anyway, so that works. We are away. This looks like First Sergeant Papa. This would be a good one. Nope, it's not. First Sergeant Papa's a really good player with an Indians logo, so when I saw that, that would have been great. But it's all right. I don't know MLG Garza, but he's around my rating, which is 909, which means he's good. And he's got Kluber on the mound, so this is going to be a great gameplay for y'all. You can see how I hit Kluber. Also, I got these copyright-free beats playing in the background. And I have the wrong face cam on. Hold up, chat. There we go. Make sure I don't cover the feedback for y'all. But the last video was pretty much an hour, dead on, as far as time. And it was dead silent behind me the whole time, so I figured I'd throw this music on. Let me know if you hate it. I'll turn it off next time. Alright, so 0-2 count with Kluber. People are going to pound the zone. People usually bust you inside with sinkers in an 0-2 count, and we're striking out on 3 pitches to start the game. With Kluber, early in the count, I'm usually looking for cutter slurve. There's not a whole lot of upside to swinging at sinkers, especially right on right early in the count against Kluber. So I'm really just looking for the slow stuff that's hanging, and then once I get to 2 strikes, I usually speed the bat up because typically people will throw you inside sinkers with 2 strikes. Missed a couple good pitches to hit in this at bat, but again, we're always trying to be patient in the first inning. We don't really know how our opponent's going to pitch us. It's good practice to work the count against someone like Kluber anyway. That's a great pitch. The changeup and the sinker look the same out of the hand for me for Kluber. That's probably the hardest tunnel I have to deal with against this card. And he went the high sinker, and we were late on it. So this guy has kept us off balance really well to start the game. Again, we're going to be taking till 2 strikes with Mantle. There's no one on base. He'll probably be a little scared to pitch to him, I would think. And we want to kind of get a feel for what our opponent's doing. I really hate swinging away like a madman in the first inning. I really am a player that needs to pick up on tendencies and kind of see what my opponent's trying to do. Figure out what they throw in 2-strike counts, figure out what they throw when they're behind in the count, stuff like this. Also, if you know you're taking all the way, you should still be moving the PCI along with the ball just to kind of track it. Even if you're not swinging, you can just take your thumb off the buttons and then move the PCI and track it. And we get a walk out of Mantle there, so that's good. So again, right on right, we're looking cutter slurve. We're looking for him to kind of just hang something soft down the middle. And if he doesn't give it to us, then we're being ultra patient. And I check swing that a lot because it tunnels exactly like the cutter, and I would crush the cutter if it started breaking into my PCI there. So I end up check swinging a lot on the inside part of the plate if that's the tunnel against Kluber. Good pitch, man. Now we got to protect. Struggling to hit changeups right now. All this Showdown, dude. It got me off balance. That's just a great sequence from him. Double changeup. We were able to turn on the sinker, but it was off the plate. Not a whole lot we can do there. So pretty rough first inning. I talked about in the last episode self-evaluating how you're hitting as you go into the game. I was anticipating hitting like crap going into this game because I've played Showdown on Veteran for the past like however many hours I've been playing this game. So we're going to have to be extra patient moving forward. It's very obvious to myself from that first inning that it's not going to be a game where we can just tee off on Kluber. So we're going to have to work the count a bit. He was just very early on a fastball up and away. So this guy has a very quick bat, so we're going to feed him a lot of off speed right now, see if he can make the adjustment. When someone's bat is that quick, you really just have to spam off speed until they prove to you that they'll slow it down. Great sequence from Bob there. Pitching with someone like Bob Feller is kind of tough because the ball goes wherever he wants. I'm not really the biggest fan of Bob Feller, and so our sequences get a little tougher. But usually we're trying to mix speeds. We've tried to go to the fastball. We missed our spot, and he was right on the fastball again. So we got lucky there. It's very obvious that he's going to crush every fastball that I throw. So we're going to have to be able to locate our off speed there. Again, we're trying to pick up on opponent tendencies. And now that was a sinker right down the middle. So last episode I talked about trying to recognize when your opponent's getting out of line. Being patient is good, but you don't want to be up there taking till 2 strikes just because if it's very obvious that your opponent is just throwing stuff down the middle early in the count because they know you're being patient, then that's where you want to look for a spot to kind of take over, take advantage. He has thrown a lot more sinkers on 2-strike counts after that initial slurve to start the game, so we're going to maintain a quick bat with 2 strikes. And I figured he might go changeup there. That's been his go-to pitch. Even though I just said keep a quick bat, changeups are pretty easy to react to as long as you remember that they exist, which I did not in the first inning. But yeah, it's been very obvious to him so far that the pitch I'm struggling with the most is the changeup, so it was pretty easy to predict that he would throw me a changeup there. Unfortunately for him, he hung it, because if he had thrown it in the dirt where he probably wanted to put it, I probably would have swung at it. So we get bailed out on a very early swing because we're trash. Are you guys enjoying this top-level gameplay, dude? Alright, now we want to be super aggressive first pitch. Alright, great. Great cutter there. So the reason I was super aggressive first pitch there, guy on base, Duke Snyder versus a righty, which is his ideal time, and I felt like with the Helton at bat, he kind of just threw a get-me-over sinker. And I thought maybe he'd do that again, but the dynamics of the game right now are different. I did just hit a home run that may have deterred him from being aggressive on the mound. I also have a guy on base which could deter him from being aggressive on the mound, but we got to shoot our shot there. If we put one over the wall and make it 3-0, that's huge. I'm fine with being down 0-1, just kind of guessing for a sinker there. Now we go right back to our approach, sitting cutter slurve early in the count. It's especially good to sit those pitches with the lefty because they kind of run into your PCI if you start it inside like I do. And I'm just late on a hanging changeup. That sucks. The mechanics are not there, boys. But we still have our approach. Once again, we're staying super far away from sinkers in this at-bat. With the pitcher on deck, we do not want to ground into a double play and have to start next inning with our pitcher up, so got to avoid the sinkers. See, I saw that was a sinker out of the hand. Can't swing at it. Now we have to protect. I feel like he might go sinker inside after that slurve away. It's pretty typical sequence. He doubled up on it, and I got bailed out on an early swing again. Man, this guy's pitching really well, honestly. He's keeping me off balance. He has really not thrown sinkers up and in right on right at all, which has surprised me a lot. So another scenario which we talked about last episode, force out in play, less than 2 outs, just go ahead and strike out with your pitcher on purpose or try to bunt. I personally don't like trying to bunt because it seems like every time I bunt I hit and do a double play when I bunt, so I just strike out with my pitcher on purpose there. At least give Biggio a shot with 2 runners on. If we're swinging away with our pitcher, there's a chance we just ground into a double play and end the inning for ourselves. So that gives us a little more life in this inning. Again, looking cutter slurve here. and he's down 2-0. So this is a good spot for us to be aggressive with a guy in scoring position. Good slurve there. I need that to be a little more over the plate. Maybe he'll double up again. He went change up. Okay, so I'm not really sitting change up, and I'm reacting well to it, which is pretty telling of Corey Kluber. I think Kluber's worst pitch is his changeup, honestly. For that very reason. It's very easy to react to the changeup if you hang it, even when I'm not looking for it. So, good squared up with Biggio, but we allowed ourselves that opportunity to drive in those 2 runs because we struck out with our pitcher. So, it's a very hard thing to do. What? It's a very difficult thing to do, to kind of just suck it up and make an out on purpose, but it's the correct play. Like I said, you can also try to bunt there. In my personal experience, I can't stand bunting into double plays, so I just strike out. Save myself the head space. Alright, 3-2 count. He's probably going sinker. It's probably safe to say he's not throwing changeups in this count anytime soon. That's one thing we can be sure of. So I was late on off speed there, so he'll probably go sinker again. He went cutter, and he hung it down the middle, and we just missed it. It might still be out, though. Wow, Joe Carter. So we're getting really lucky, actually, with our PCI placement. We're not really on the ball, and we've scored 5 runs, reacting to pitches that we're not really looking for. So I apologize for being wrong most of the time that I'm guessing, but honestly, like, I'm only guessing out loud for you guys. There's very rare times where I'm actually guessing at the plate, and usually those times are on legend in 2-strike counts. So I think this is Hall of Fame, the way the game's been playing, because I've been able to react so easily. So gotta expect sinkers and cutters with 2 strikes, man. Those are really the only pitches he can trust, and slurves maybe. Yeah, he went sinker, and I missed it. That's alright. Great inning for us. Got bailed out a lot, got a couple hits on early swings, and now this will give you guys a good shot, good perspective on how to play with a lead. So really, we're just trying to throw strikes, man. A solo shot doesn't hurt us. A couple solo shots don't hurt us. So we're just trying to put the. I mean, that hurts us. Jeez, man. We're trying to put the ball in the zone, not walk people. He's early on off speed again. We're just going to keep spamming off speed until he proves to us that he can hit it, man. I threw 1 fastball at the end of last inning, and he still turned on it. So off speed, off speed, off speed. Again, make sure you're focusing on your opponent's tendencies. Don't give them what they're looking for. He is clearly trying to gear up for the fastball every single pitch. So we're just going to be obnoxious and throw nothing but off speed until he makes the adjustment. He's still early with his bat there. Trying to mix it up between slider and changeup, though. And now we're going to tunnel high off speed because I still think he's sitting fastball. And he was. He just pulled it foul. We're going to tunnel high again. Same pitch. The reason we hung it down the middle. Alright, so he finally made the adjustment. But the reason we're trying to tunnel up in the zone there is because those are the pitches he's gearing up for, right? People usually throw fastballs up in the zone. So if we tunnel up in the zone, an off-speed pitch that looks like a fastball up and in, usually people are swinging early. We got him to do it once, but we doubled up, and he crushed it because we threw it right down the middle. So that's kind of what Bob Feller does. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of Bob Feller. And now you can kind of see he's making the adjustment. He has slowed the bat way down, as he should be. Good on him making the adjustment. So now we're going to pitch backwards. We don't want to immediately flip the script and start throwing him fastballs, because it doesn't really seem like he wants to hit this way. It just seems like he's hitting this way because of how I'm pitching. So what I mean by pitching backwards is we're going to throw off speed early in the count and then try to gear it up when we have 2 strikes on him with the fastball. Considering we threw nothing but off speed with 2 strikes last time, this is almost a guaranteed strikeout in my opinion, dude. He's going to be sitting slow here. Close enough. He swung super late at the fastball, and we popped it up. So those are the mind games. We've thrown pretty much nothing but off speed with 2 strikes. Pretty much nothing but off speed in general. So now that he's making the adjustment, we're making the adjustment. It's just a game on the mound. And we're going to pitch him the same way here. Spam an off speed early. If we get to 2 strikes, throw him the cheese. He may be ready for it, more so this at bat, but can't really tell. Good take. So it seemed like he definitely was not ready for it, and he backs out. So this is a good spot to double up, honestly. I'm going to hold the ball an extra long amount of time here, and I'll explain why after this pitch. Alright, so he was late on it. So I'll explain the extra long time once this at-bat is over with. Hopefully it ends in a K for us. And he's ready for that slider. And he gets screwed on it, I think, because we're going to catch this. He's so mad, dude. Okay, so the reason we held the ball for a long time, that's a really good strategy to do if you're going to double up on same pitch, same location, 2 pitches in a row. So usually when people take longer to select their pitch after they throw a pitch, it means that they're picking something different, right? If you notice, there's a little bit of lag when you push buttons, when you push a different button than what you just pushed when you're trying to pitch on the mound. So usually it's a subconscious thing as well. It seems like I'm thinking about what I want to throw, which implies that I'm not going to throw the same thing, right? So that's just a little mind trick I like to do. If I'm going to double up, same pitch, same location, I hold the ball for a really long time compared to what I have been doing most of the game, and that makes them think subconsciously that I'm picking a different pitch. Probably slurve here, but we got to protect everything. Again, being super patient. We already got Kluber to 60 pitches, so that's our win condition, getting Kluber out of the game. He went changeup again. That surprises me. I would give up on the changeup if I was him, honestly. Probably sinker here now. He went slurve. So it's either sinker or slurve right now. And we guessed wrong. But that's the beauty of very early slightly rolled as we get bailed out. Grid pitch, we protected. With 2 strikes, there's really not much you can do as far as guessing, right? You want to guess when you have leverage, which is not with 2 strikes. Now we're just protecting. And we're early on the sinker. So that was a pretty bad sinker. And we just took a bad swing at it. That was a hanger as far as sinkers go, but it's alright. So we just took a bad swing, and we went deep with Helton last time, so we're going to swing first pitch here. Beautiful. I'll explain why after I get this home run. Maybe, oh, it's a double. Feels bad. Alright, so why did I swing first pitch there? We just took a bad swing on a sinker. That implies that we didn't see the sinker well. We had success with Todd Helton last at bat. That implies that we are doing well with Todd Helton's swing in this specific game. My brain and his swing timing are working well together in this game. Sometimes you hit well with people in a game and you just have to roll with the hot hand, for lack of a better term. And also we have the handed disadvantage, left on right. He knows we're being patient, so it's probably a good time for him to come over the plate. Those were all the things that went into the decision to swing first pitch there, and now we're being super patient again because now we have a runner in scoring position. He's probably going to try to pitch around us a little bit, even though Buster Posey doesn't hit righties well. If this gets to 6-2 or worse, he's kind of in a little bit of trouble, so I expected him to be a little more conservative there. But he's thrown me 4 straight sinkers, and we got to be slowing the bat down because he could throw us a slurve at any time. It was a cutter. Good pitch. Slowed the bat down a little too much there. Now we're being aggressive again. Duke versus a righty, runner in scoring position. This is the time where you want to be swinging at meatballs if he gives them to you, and you don't want to be check swinging them. Man, my mechanics this game. Holy cow. If you guys are watching me for mechanics, you're watching the wrong person anyway, I'm going to be honest. Most of the time when I win games, it's because of strategy and approach. So, pitcher up, not a whole lot to say. We're throwing him off speed still to keep our MO and to get some pitch confidence up against the pitcher. Usually a good idea to throw some pitches that you've struggled pitching with throughout the game against the opponent pitcher. Because if you get them to swing and miss, it will boost that specific pitch's confidence for you. So that's why I'm throwing him a ton of sliders, because that's the pitch that I have the least amount of confidence in right now. I'm talking about the confidence stat for my pitcher as well. And now we're going 4-seamer since we've thrown him a lot of off speed. And it's really hard to catch up with your pitcher on this game. Alright, got the pitcher out as we should. Only 31 pitches for Bob. And now, second time through the order, we're going to flip the script now. So we're going to start throwing him a lot of fastballs. and he's still ready for them, so maybe not. We'll throw another fastball in the next at bat. We'll see what he does, and if he starts being late on it, then we will continue pitching normally. So we're just trying to keep him off balance, to be honest. He did have good timing on that one. We'll see what he does with Trout here. Takes the fastball high. We'll try to go fastball low just to kind of gauge where he's at here. He's late on it, so he's going to get another fastball. Good take there. Now we're going to double up on that. Again, we hold the ball for a long time, so it doesn't seem like we are. And we'll see if he turns on this. And he was late on it again. So now we're going to triple up on it because he is fully expecting off speed here. I'm positive. Dang, we didn't locate. So now we got to give him the off speed because there's no way I'm throwing him a fastball 3-2 with the way he's been hitting, the way he's been swinging it, and he has a good take. So we kind of let that at bat get away from us, honestly. We were ahead in the count and threw some get-me-overs, or threw some bad pitches. But you can see just from us throwing fastballs, oh, he's taking leads over there too. I'll talk about that in a sec. Wow, that was below the zone. Good hit. He might score on this. Depends on how Mantle plays this. Perfect throw from short. Ah. That's a curveball below the zone. Good swing. He's climbing back in it now. I forget what I was talking about before. Oh, I'm going back to off speed because you could tell he sped his bat up until that curveball. Because we had just thrown him fastballs for 2 at-bats. So now we're just trying to pitch normally, try to gauge where his bat's at again, because he's over there making adjustments and we're not really sure where he's at. Seems like his bat is still fast, so we'll throw him a slider here. Nice little 3-1 slider. He's early on it. And now we'll go fastball up and in to change the bat speed. And he's late on it, so yeah. It's kind of hard to explain pitching with Bob Feller. I'm really just trying to sequence. Bob Feller is one of those guys where when you're hitting against him, you pretty much just have to guess fast or slow, if that makes sense. Because his speed differential between his fastball and every other pitch is so insane. So that's why I'm constantly trying to figure out what my opponent's doing with their swing timing so that I can do the opposite. Bob Feller's a really unique pitcher in that way. There's not a whole lot of pitchers in this game that have like almost 20-mile-an-hour difference in speed between their fastball and off speed. So again, we're being patient here. 8-hole. Kluber's up to 75 pitches, right on right. Not a whole lot we gain from being aggressive in this at bat. Great slurve there. Caught the inside corner, but we were ready to turn on it. Just protecting now. He threw us a cutter and we dropped. So that's a mechanical error. Good at bat though. Sometimes you have mechanical errors, man. Sometimes you just miss with your PCI. So no one on base, pitcher up. We're taking till 2 strikes every time. Remember to still track the ball with your PCI even when you're taking all the way. It just helps your mechanics so that you can hit good pop outs to the third baseman like I just did, because we are giving you some top tier gameplay in this video. Okay. So we're going to try to have a quick bat. You really have to kind of guess with your pitcher because their swing timing's so bad. He went changeup. Yeah, I even felt like I sped my bat up there and I was swinging it underwater. Just really hard to hit with your pitchers, man. Good sequence. Alright, so now Biggio, no one on. Once again, we're taking till 2 strikes. It seems like I'm taking a lot, and maybe some of you guys are watching this are getting irritated because maybe you think I'm being too patient, but you have to understand, you have to ask yourself, what's the upside of swinging early in the count in this scenario? I hit a solo home run is like best case scenario, and that even doesn't happen very often with someone like Craig Biggio, who doesn't hit for a lot of power. So we have speed at the plate, no one on base, 2 outs. Our win condition right now is getting Kluber out of the game, so we continue to run his pitch count up. The correct play is to take till 2 strikes in this at bat, and he went sinker up and in, and we turned on it, but we lined out. It happens. Great swing from us though. And it seems like he's coming back around to throwing sinkers inside with 2 strikes, so Seems like he's making an adjustment on the mound as well. We're going to keep throwing him fastballs here since he's made his adjustment. Now we're playing the opposite, and we get a shattered bat first pitch. So now I feel like he'll overcompensate for that because people are usually embarrassed by swings like that, for lack of a better word. So we're going to tunnel it with a changeup, and he sat back on it. So good on him. He was late on the changeup. So let me talk about this. When people are late on your off speed, it's a really bad sign for your off speed. I see a lot of people that are like, wow, he swung late at my changeup. He must not have seen it well. No, if someone swings late at your off speed, it means they saw it really well and they just pressed the button slightly too late while they were trying to crush it. So this guy's getting a fastball now because we just hung a changeup and he swung late on it, which by top player vocab means he just missed it. So here's a fastball. He's getting a little irritated that I'm pausing the game too, but he doesn't know what I'm up to. Alright, again, holding the ball for a long time because we're going to double up, and the reason we're doubling up is because he just crushed that pitch, and people don't usually expect you to double up when they crush a pitch foul. So we did get a late swing there, didn't get the strikeout though. Now we're going to try to bury one. As a personal flaw for myself, I don't think I throw enough pitches in the dirt with 2 strikes, especially in like heavy, favorable counts like 0-2. So I'll try to work on that myself. Change the eye level a bit. This could set us up to start throwing some fastballs low as we progress through the rest of the game as well. Hung that changeup because Bob Feller does that, but he grounds out because it ended up in a good spot for us. So not the worst thing there, 2 down, but he is definitely adjusted to the off speed. So we're going to go fastball first pitch again. And he was very late on that. So maybe he was expecting the high tunneled off speed there. So now we'll go low fastball since really most of the time when we pitch low this game it has been with off speed, and he's late on it again. So hopefully Todd Helton gets to this. That was a really good inning for us on the mound. We kept him off balance that whole inning except for the changeup that we hung and the fastball that he pulled foul. So he was really only on it for 2 pitches, which is good for us. So alright, back to square one. Again, being hyper patient, righty at the plate, no one on base, trying to work Kluber's pitch count. I know this is kind of a boring way to watch for you guys, but this is how I play, and this is what you guys want to know about. So double sinker usually means slurve or cutter away, and he almost dotted me there. I thought that would break a little more, and now he'll probably go slurve. We got to protect there, and now since we were early on that, he's probably going to bust us inside with a sinker. And we're all over it. I think this might just be a single depending on what animation he gets. He got a terrible animation. Come on, Joe Carter with the wheels. Nice double there, dude. So that was one at bat where we did predict everything he threw us, and now we're being hyper aggressive with Mickey, and we pop out. That was our spot, dude. We just missed it with our PCI, man. So we're aggressive there with Mickey for the same reasons we were aggressive with Duke Snyder and his at bat earlier. And we just didn't execute with the PCI, man. That sucks. So we're still being a little aggressive here with Sheffield, but we gotta be wary of the inside sinkers early in the count. Can't stress enough when you're facing Kluber and it's a right-on-right situation, swinging at sinkers early in the count is one of your biggest downfalls as a hitter. You're just gonna give them what they want at that point. 3-1, we are looking to swing away here, but again, our bat's slow. We don't want a sinker. He gave us the cutter, and we're just a little bit late. That was a good pitch to swing at. And he went slurve down and in. I feel like I got all of it. Get out, ball. Oh, no. It's off the top of the wall. So we're not going to score. Oh, feels bad. I had to wait, though, because I need to tag. So he should honestly walk Todd Helton here. I'm 2 for 2. Very likely he'll just pitch around me or walk me here. But we're still looking for hangers if we get them. Mostly off speed. Again, slurve changeup now since... that's what I feel like I want to keep my slow bat for in this at bat. And I think I'm just going to take this pitch. He should throw a ball here. Yeah. No reason to swing there. No reason for him to throw us a strike. And now, hyper important to stay away from the sinkers still, because a double play gets him out of this inning. I expect a heavy dose of sinkers because of that, but we're still just looking for our pitch in case he makes a mistake and gives it to us. And that was it. It was off the plate. So now we got to protect. This is not a good spot to be in. Because if he throws me the sinker, I have to swing at it, and we're very vulnerable to a double play here. We did get under it, though. I think I'm going to run on this. So the reason I'm going to run on this is because I don't trust myself to score with the next batter. And I believe that's Trout in center field, who doesn't have the best arm. So, yeah, that's why I did that. It's tough to not tag on that, man, with the bases loaded. That run is huge. I really just needed it. I felt like 70 speed was enough. Now we're down 0-2 again, but again, the pitch count's way up. 111 through 5 innings for Kluber. Great slurve there. I thought he might go sinker.
Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning.
Whew. Good thing that wasn't a four-seam, dude. What a pitch. And he went sinker inside. So let me talk about how I was able to turn on that sinker while I get thrown out at third. Just kidding, Yelich can't throw. Alright, so let me talk about what just happened with that. He's going to get pissed at me for pausing again. So it was very obvious he threw an amazing pitch there, and I kind of got bailed out by not swinging at it, because if that was a four-seam, he would have locked me up. So he knows from his perspective that he just threw an amazing pitch, right? And a pitch that probably should have gotten him out of the inning had it been an inch higher into the strike zone. So the natural reaction of someone who does that is to immediately throw that pitch again, because it was, if that makes sense, it was pretty obvious that pitch was good. He liked it that that pitch was good, and he doesn't trust me to lay off of it again. So very common double up scenario there. He really should have got a strikeout there. I didn't take the pitch because I was good. I took the pitch because I got lucky. The pitch actually locked me up. He knew that, so he threw it again. But lucky for us, we knew he was going to double up there because of all that information. So honestly, we're being hyper aggressive in this at bat. So yeah, we swung into sinker early in the count, which is what I told you guys not to do. But talking about it in that scenario, runner in scoring position, 8-hole hitter up for me. I have to be aggressive there. He can easily pitch around me and just get my pitcher up, and then I can't get that runner in from third. Much better for me to just swing away if I think the pitch is close and try to drive that run in, because it's really my last chance in that inning to get that runner in from third. So I might as well be aggressive in that at bat, if that makes sense. Maybe I should have taken one pitch, because it was pretty obvious he was going to go sinker there, but if I had the correct PCI placement, I would have done a lot better with that pitch, because it was not all the way inside. Alright, just trying to keep him off balance again. I don't really know where his bat speed's at again. Plus, that was a really long inning. Usually when your opponent has a long inning on the mound, they tend to have a reset at the plate when they come back around to swing. So as you can see, his bat is way sped up, just how it was at the beginning of this game. And that's because probably partially because of the reset of him pitching for a really long time. This game with tendencies and making adjustments kind of goes to the back of your mind as a hitter if you spend 10 minutes straight pitching. So I really should have thrown him off speed again there. He appears to have fully reset and has the bat speed really fast right now. I am going to throw a fastball here. Again, people usually don't expect you to double up after they crush a pitch, so maybe we'll sneak one by him there, but he was early again, so... Oh, he was late on it. Okay. And now we're going to go back to throwing off speed. He may be a little frustrated up there too, so that could be why he's back to swinging very early on everything. We'll see what happens. Sat back on that changeup well. So he's seeing the changeup well. Again, he was late on the changeup, which means he saw it really well. Let's try a high tunnel off speed here. Pretty obvious spot for me to throw a fastball here, so maybe that'll catch him off guard. And it did, but we missed our spot, and he pulls it down the line. That's okay. I think he's out at second by a mile, though. Thank you very much. Let's go. Sometimes they bail you out, dude. Honestly, most of my game involves my opponent making mistakes and not me actually doing anything. It kind of is a product of the patient approach, I suppose. We'll get one of these episodes. Sometimes I have these games where I take close to 10 walks in a game. We'll get one of them eventually, dude, but yeah. Even with poor mechanics, we put up 7 runs this game, so against Kluber, and we got him out after 5 innings. So really good perspective for y'all. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. Good time for me to say follow me on socials below my face if you haven't already, and drop a like on the video and comment if you have any questions. I'm taking till 2 strikes with my pitcher anyway, and he walked my pitcher, so we take that all day. People don't like walking pitchers, so I'm going to swing here. I was going to say people don't like walking pitchers, and when they do it, they get pissed, so they usually just hose one right down the middle afterwards, and he did. I just missed it. Now protecting 0-2. He went off speed. We went down and got it, but Biggio, I don't know if he has all the power. Will he rob me? Oh, let's go. So he hung a curveball 0-2, which is, it sucks, man. Curveballs are just not good 0-2 pitches, in my opinion. They just do that even if you have perfect release. And we get a quit, man. So this is actually good for me. I felt like this was a good episode for y'all. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Please, 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 if you felt like this was a bad episode, please tell me in the comments, because I'm doing my best to provide good content for y'all. I am willing to do one of these and sit back afterwards and say, hey, if that was a bad video, I'll run another game. So please let me know what you thought. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, what else you would like to see from me, what you liked from me. Just give me some feedback in the comments. It would mean a lot. And this allows us to keep the video 36 minutes instead of 59 for the last one, since we got to quit. So Bob Feller 4-0 somehow. We put up a 7 spot on Kluber through 5 innings. We got him up to like 120 pitches. I thought it was a really good game for you guys to watch. Let me know what you thought. I love all you guys. I'll see you in episode 3 next time. Peace.